Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, bitch.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. Yeah, ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer boy. Took a Zach, watch the door. Matter of fact, like the door. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Shang. Put them out of service, keep them tools like it's Harbor Freight. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking notes. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them U.P.K rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the cow, then when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and outdone. You can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole start. Yeah, ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Shalom, 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 Israel. My name is Priest and Officer Kayadwan from I.S.U.P.K, Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K is run by Commanding General YAHANNA, the one man with the rank and the authority to lead Israel at this time. I say Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai Barakatham to my brothers. Yahweh Shamar Ilathan Ba'asham Yahweh Shai to my sisters. And tonight is our Brotherhood class, our Tuesday night Brotherhood class. See, where we teach the Benjamites here in Jamaica, a little thing where, you know what I mean, they were not taught. You know what I mean? And that is brotherhood and sisterhood for each other. You understand? I mean, no religion really teach you here in Jamaica that, you know what I mean, you should love each other. But not only love each other, you know, because you will say, well, the Christian church say love your neighbor. Well, there's a problem. Who's your neighbor? Who is classified as a neighbor? You understand? It's obvious who your neighbor is because in most of the communities here in Jamaica where we live amongst our own people. You see? But if you're going to a dialogue with the pastime, I'm going to tell you, say, no, your neighbor is everybody, every human on the face of the earth. But no, we have a problem because by we loving everybody, now loving each other, your own brother and sister becomes impossible because now you love everybody. So that means that you love the people them who oppress the people. I mean, I know a group of people who love the people that oppress their own people, you know. You know what those people are called? Politicians. Politicians, our politicians who are of our nations, who are descendants of the slave trade. See? They love the Queen and them love Britain and all them thing there. And as a result, what them do to you? As a result, what them do to them own people? As a result of loving the oppressor, them oppress them own people. You understand? So we have a problem. It seems like you can't love the oppressor and love the oppressed at the same time. I mean, if a girl was raped, Zin, is it safe to tell that girl, or is it okay to tell that girl that she should love her rapist? The person who raped her? No, that don't make no sense. So how can you tell us that we should love the people who enslaved us, enslaved our foreparents? All right, so now the Christian church will tell you that, you know what I mean, those are your neighbors, which we're going to show you that, you know what I mean, that don't match up with the Bible. See, the topic of today's class, or tonight's class, is the whole point of the Bible. You see, in the Christian church and even the Rastafari community, because it seems like the Rastafari community is double-minded. They don't know whether to follow the Bible or don't follow the Bible. They're not sure. You have some Rasta where tell you, say, yo, the Bible is foolishness. And you have some Rasta where go against them Rasta there and say, no, you can't go against the Bible because morality in the Bible. Which you know that one factor of Rastafari is leaning towards the LGBT. And another factor of Rastafari is trying to hold on to the old militant, you know what I mean, demeanor that Rastafari used to have. Them now have that again. See? And them never have righteousness. The righteousness that they had what came from the Bible. And that is why these factors of Rastafari want to hug up the Bible. Because without the Bible, Rastafariism is nothing. See? But the Christian church now, see? They would make it seem like the Bible is, you know what I mean? All right, them teachers say the Bible real, you know. But when it comes to the practical things them in the Bible, they don't do it. And them find all kind of excuse as to why they don't want to do it. Then, if me come in at the Christian church, see, and me want to change my life, you understand? Oh, me I got change myself if the book where you claim say, you teach from, you no do nothing in it. You understand? You no do nothing where the book say for do. Which means you don't believe the book. Which means you basically inadvertently tell people the book not real. And that is the problem with Christianity. Christianity portrays the Bible as something that is not really real. You understand? So all of the meat of the Bible, while going to the Christian church, you never learn. You never learn the important things of the Bible that actually makes the difference in your life. Because Christians do not follow the Bible. You understand? Christians do not follow the Bible. The original people who created the religion named Christianity. When I talk, the disciples, them were used to follow Christ. Because they were called Christians as a derogatory term. As like, you know what I mean, them call black people nigger. See? So the word Christian is not a word that you should hug up. The word Christian is like calling somebody a nigger. You understand? But the original people who created this religion called Christianity, they are the Romans, the same people who killed the man in the Bible. While the Bible was talking about the same Jesus, YAHANNA is his real name, it was telling you who killed him, and that was the Romans, the white, the oppressor. Esau, the Bible called him. See? So these people are the same people who created Christianity. They did not create Christianity with the intention to follow the man that they murdered. They created Christianity so that them can, you know, like in Jamaica, them say, bridge your current, to drain your energy, to drain your YAHANNA's energy and lead the people in a different direction. That's why you find out that Christians do not follow the Bible. You understand? That is the main point, because the people who created Christianity is anti-Christ. You understand? They are anti-Christ, meaning they are against Christ. So instead of teaching the Bible, what they do, them teach you doctrines mix up with certain scriptures in the Bible and never tell you the real point of the Bible. And we're going to jump into the real point of the Bible. Remember to like, subscribe, share on YouTube, and follow up on Facebook, follow up on TikTok, you know what I mean? Share around, you know what I mean? Tag a Christian friend or a Rastafarian friend. Somebody who caught up in the brainwash, you understand, of these religions. You understand? And let me make this point perfectly clear. See? There is no religion in the the only religions that are in the Bible are the ones that the Most High say we should not follow. Talking about the idolatry that the Most High was always chastising our people for. There's no religion in the Bible. Then the Bible is a library of, you know what I mean, Hebrew records. That's why it has so many books. It have the book of Genesis, the book of Exodus, Leviticus, go straight to Revelation. These are different books, which makes the Bible not a book, but it's actually a library. You understand? So it being a library, now you have to ask where these books come from. Well, these books were written in different period of time within a specific nation. You understand? Because, you know, you have naysayers like to say that, well, a man write the Bible. No, you're wrong. Men wrote the Bible, not one man, because ignorant people like to say, oh, a King James write the Bible, which them never know. So King James was a black man who translated the Bible from, you know what I mean, Hebrew to English so that the regular man can read it. That's all he did. And he was a black man who lived in Britain, one of our 4 parents, which many of us did not come from Africa. Many of us come from Europe, but that's another story. See, that is something where the invaders of Europe or certain parts of Europe don't want you to know, because now them occupy your part of the land. Now them sit on the throne of your ancestors in Europe. So them want you feel like you used to swing pan tree over there in Africa. You understand? And for those who like to say, a foolishness, oh you mean so we are not African? Who tell you, who are the first person to tell you say you're African? No school you learn that, no primary school you learn that. So why you bond the white man education and then you agree with the white man say you're African? It seems like you pick and choose. I thought the white man was the devil. If the white man is the devil, that means that we should not believe anything him say. And him call you an African. So why you stick with that? You know what I mean? There's so many things that can go off into about even Africa right now, but that is not the point. See? So there's no religion in the Bible. The Bible is recorded history of the children of Israel through different periods of time. That's all it is. What happened is now it ended up in the hands of people who are not Israel, like the oppressor. And what they try to do is fashion it into a religion. But when you read the Bible, you don't get any semblance of religion inside of the Bible. No semblance of religion. You understand? No, there's no kind of religion in the Bible. There's a covenant with the Most High and a certain people. I mean, who brainwash our people that if you talk about God, you automatically talk about religion? That's the oppressor. Why is God confined to a religion? I mean, if you believe in a God, that means he's real. And if he's real, what religion have to do with that? I mean, the trees outside, the animals, the air we breathe, everything, they are real. So how comes the God that you serve now have to be put in the context of a religion? That means that the tree where you pick mango off of this morning, you need to put it in the context of a religion then. Because you are basically saying that is a religious God make that tree there. So automatically that tree becomes like a doctrine, a religion. If you don't understand what I say. But we know that the tree outside that we survive from, see, it's real. What that's about God? Him real. So there's no religion. No, what you need to do now is understand how that God operate. See? How, whether God did, how him think. You know what I mean? What him want you to do. You can't imagine a God make the earth and just tell you to do what you want to do. That don't make no sense. It's like you have parents who just leave you to yourself and say, Figure it out by your own. That don't make no sense. You know that, you know what I mean? When them come home from work, you know what I mean? You're not going to bed. Zin, you're not going to do the things them where you're supposed to do. Zin, 1 second. Seeing, as I said, the Bible is not a religious book. Seeing, the Bible is records of the children of Israel throughout different period of time. You understand? It so happened that these records ended up in the hand of our oppressor and the other nations. So we're going to look up a term named Am. You know what I mean? And this I go explain to you why we are not Africans. We can go into other reasons, but we're not going to do that today. We just have to show you. See, now we're going to explain to you who Am is. Remember that word, Ham. Not the Am where, you know what I mean? The oppressor taught us to eat on Christmas time, you know. There was a man called Am. You know what I mean? There was Am, Shem, and Japheth. These are sons of Noah. All right. You know that these people are in the Bible. See? And you might say, no, you're gone in the Bible. Why you gone in the Bible? Well, we have to understand, you know, the son of Am, and Am have a son named Cush. See? And it's in the Bible too. Follow me, you know, when you stay with me. See? And the Ethiopians are called Cushites. Aren't the Ethiopians real? So it seemed to me that the Bible hit the nail upon the head. Or the Bible was correct when it said, Am had a son named Cush, and these are the father of the Ethiopians. Because the Ethiopians themselves call themselves Cush. So it seemed like the Bible is accurate in what it said. So now if you don't believe, say, well, God did flood the earth one time, then, you know what I mean? Then you shouldn't believe that COVID-19 locked down the entire earth with it. You understand? Because it is equally impossible for the earth to be flooded, just as how COVID-19 could just come and mash up the earth with it. You're basically saying that no such catastrophe can ever happen. Well, it did happen. You know what I mean? And not just the history of the Israelites record this, but also other history where we're now going at. We're staying at our history. You understand? The history of the Israelites. So we're going to look up the word Am. See? I will show you how this word or this person explains that we are not Africans. You understand? So this is Am in the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary. The Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary is a dictionary that explains the words and places and names in the Bible. So why you had to have a dictionary to explain these things? Because these things in the Bible are actual, real things, and they have to be explained. You understand? Same like how you have a dictionary at your yard will tell you the meaning of words. The words in the Bible, them actually have meaning, and some weird names of places that you see in the Bible, they are real places. They are places that exist once upon a time and also exist today. For example, let me give you another example. Ethiopia in the Bible, Syria in the Bible. Let me show you one. Let me show you another one. You have a place named Assyria in the Bible. Zane? And you might say, Ushpa on the earth named Assyria. Well, Assyria was, you know what I mean, no longer a nation after World War II. Assyria existed. These are the people who enslaved our Arawak brothers and our Hispanic brothers, the Northern Kingdom. but they exist. No, their nation don't exist no more, but them same people that upon the earth, same way. See? These are places that exist. The Bible tell you about Gaza, which you know that Gaza is up there, you know what I mean, in the land of what them call Israel right now, which is just a small part of the real Israel. See? We know that Babylon was in Iraq. You understand? Or Abyssinia. See, somebody put it there, are Sumeria, Suma, Mesopotamia. These are the same names. And guess what? The same Babylon is also Ethiopia, the ancient Ethiopia that stretched from the Middle East, come down to where you now call Ethiopia. Sidebar a little bit. Sidebar. When Rastafarians burn Babylon, they are saying burn Ethiopia. They just don't know that. See? All right. Iran is Persia. The Persian Empire ruled right after the Babylonian Empire. See, in the Bible tell you about the Greeks, well, the Apocrypha, which is the books that, you know what I mean, the Roman Catholic Church who defeated the Greeks, who took over from the Greeks, took out of the Bible and just cast it away. It tell you about the Greeks who wanted us to be in their Olympics. Do the research as to who invented the Olympics. Just do that quick research. Olympics was initially the worship, and still is, the worship of Olympus. That is a idolatrous god. And the Most High was not having us partaking of that. Me a sidebar a bit, you know, just have a little patience to do. So come back to See? All right. So these are the Greeks. Them used to have we run up and down naked because we have speed and talent and have we a shot put. The Apocrypha tell you about it. Discuss and all them things and run up on the place of exercise. The Bible tell you about that. You understand? The Bible is a history book, and that we are trying to show you. Accurate. So accurate that other archaeologists and other people turn to the Bible when they want to be, you know what I mean, precise with finding ancient landmarks and location. The problem is, you think the Bible belongs to the wrong people. Now, let me come back to the word Am. Zin, we're going to show you about Am now. Zin, it said the youngest son of Noah. This fictitious character that the Bible talk about named Noah, that you was confused by the Christian church to think that this person was not real, because we see Christianity as this fairy tale. So automatically we look upon the Bible as if it's a fairy tale when it's real. This man named Noah, Zin, he had sons, and these are his sons. So it said the youngest sons of Noah, born probably 96 years before the flood. It had a year. So before the flood, so that means that history record the flood. It's just silly Rastafarians out here in Jamaica want to say, yo, nothing never go so. Oh, so much animal for going at the ark. As if the Most High say every animal going at the ark. Not every animal going at the ark. Some animal needed to be rescued because some animal can't survive a flood. But the whale wouldn't in the ark. Crocodile wouldn't in the ark. Not every animal upon the face of the earth was in the ark, but the ark was real. Zin, this big thing to secure some semblance of life. The things them who would have not survived the flood. You understand? Well, this brother named was Noah's youngest son. This man who built the ark, youngest son. Probably helped building the ark. Zin, then continue reading. Born probably 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. So 8 persons lived throughout this time. Zin, it was his son, Shem his son, Japheth his son, not son, wife, Slakia, wife. So Ham his wife, Japheth his wife, Shem his wife, Noah his wife. 8 people. Zin, let me continue reading. and one of the 8 persons that lived through the flood, he became the progenitor of the dark races. So this man named Ham, he became the progenitor or the father of the dark races. What I mean by dark races, mean dark-skinned people. He became the progenitor or the father of dark-skinned people. See? However, listen, not the Negroes. Hold on, wait. But we are Negroes. Are you saying that we are not dark-skinned people? Yeah, we are dark-skinned people, but just not them. Come, let me let you know in a little secret. Everybody on the face of the earth at one point was all dark-skinned. See? Now you have white people, and you have Chinese people, and you have Japanese people, and you have East Indian people that light skin. No, high color skin. At one point, the earth was just predominantly dark-skinned people. See? So, he became the father of the people today that you see are mostly dark-skinned, except the Negroes. So, if we are not the people of then who are the people of is the question. We not come from and we dark. What are we? Some little, you know what I mean, castaway. So why is our dark skin different from for them dark skin? Who is the progenitor of? Let me show you. See? He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because we know that the ancient Egyptians are black people. Right? Nobody can debate that. You know what I mean? The progenitor of the dark race could be a progenitor of the Egyptians. Because everybody and their mother knows that the Egyptians are black. Zane, you can't debate that right now. That is facts. Zane, let me continue reading. The Ethiopians, the darkest of all. Them are the darkest of all dark. So the Ethiopians are descendants of as well as the Egyptians. See? Let me continue reading. The Libyans. Libya is in Africa. You understand? These are more dark-skinned people. See? And the Canaanites. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, mix Canaanites with Libyans and Ethiopians and Egyptians. People where we know, but we don't know nobody named Canaanites. The Bible talk about them, but hold on. We know say the Bible not real. So when them talk about Canaanites are real because the Bible is real. See them like how the Ethiopians are real, the Canaanites are real. But who are the Canaanites? The South Africans are the Canaanites. You understand? So all these nations that we just call out a while ago, the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites, these are the Africans today. But the Negroes are not them. Not the Negroes. The oppressor make you know, so you see the Negroes, them one they will take and enslave and tie up and put in a boat. I know them. I know I'm pitney them there. Them have some different pitney. Because what? You see the Negroes come from Shem, not Am. So remember, Noah had 3 sons, Am, Shem, Japheth. The Negroes come from Shem, not Am. You understand? So now, what we're going to do right now, we're going to jump to a book called From Babylon to Timbuktu. Remember, tap up the screen, share upon every social media platforms. You understand? Like, follow these pages that we have, I.S.U.P.K, Jamaica. See, we're going to jump to the book of Babylon, From Babylon to Timbuktu, and we're going to jump to page 84. This is the book. You know what I mean? These are books that are brought out by Command in General YAHANNA and the I.S.U.P.K. You would have never known that these books exist. Because for the most part, the oppressor don't want you to know nothing like this. You understand? For the most part, the oppressor want you to believe that you're African. So that you don't even know, you don't look further than Africa for your history. And that is a trap because guess what I go on now? When you check back our history, if we are Africans, it started off with the oppressor stealing us from Africa, from a people who used to live in huts. And you know what I mean? We don't look past that. But our history rich, you know. We are richer than that, you know. And it don't include Africa, you know. It don't include Africa, none at all. We're going to show you how we ended up in Africa. We're going to show you. And then we're going to show you who we really are. See? Now, this is the book From Babylon to Timbuktu, page 84, second paragraph. And it says, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. So what Jerusalem have to do with we? Yeah. Jerusalem now, I know the white Jews them over there, so man, when I read about Jerusalem, but what that have to do with black people in Jamaica? We are Africans. Hold on, man. Slow your roll. Slow your roll. Don't be so quick to absorb the oppressor's education. Slow your roll. See? Let me continue reading. So in 65 BC, the Roman army, you know what I mean, General Pompey captured Jerusalem. We know say Jerusalem are the people them in the Bible. The city of the people them in the Bible. All right, what that have to do with we? Let's find out. See? In 70 AD, so now this is about 135 years between. See? So now 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state. So them destroyed the people them in the Bible and put an end to them state. So this Israelite nation no longer exists. 70 AD. We are now in the year 2023. That is how much years is that? 9,050 years approximately ago. Not 9,000, Salakia, 1950 years. Salakia. See? Let me continue reading. With great slaughter, so them kill off the people them where the Bible talk about. All right, what that have to do with we? Let me show you. See? During the period of the military governance of Palestine, well, we know it's Palestine in the land of Israel. What that have to do with me? Why may I try to bring up this Palestine thing with Jamaican people? What that have to do with Jamaican people? Let me continue. See, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. So it seemed like they were killed. You know what I mean? All right. Good for them, right? What that have to do with we? See, during the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. Okay, so you tell me, say the people them in Jerusalem, over 1 million during that time, you know, during this specific time, fled into Africa, over 1 million of them. Eh? Why them would go in Africa? I thought Jews are white people. And the Romans who were killing them, aren't they white people? So if them are kill white people, why them, if white people are kill white people, why this faction of white people who are dying by the hands of the other white people flee into Africa amongst black people? That don't make no sense. I mean, that easy for the Roman army them now. Just go into Africa and look for white people. You know why them flee into Africa? Because they were being slaughtered by white people. So they fled amongst people who were dark like them. You understand? That is the whole point of why them flee into Africa. 1 million of them at this time. Over the years, millions of them. Because no, them no longer have a nation. Millions of them fled down into Africa. So this thing about Africa, this Africa that, we have to wake up out of that something there. You understand? Wake up out of this thing about this Africa. Let me continue reading. See? It said, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. So they might run from slavery to slavery, no invent where you know. A long time slavery are gone, and the Romans them enslave us too, and also the Africans. Because imagine now, you are now a stranger in a land, a new land, and you're a refugee. Just think about it. Look what Africans do to other Africans who flee from African brutality and slaughter and massacres. They enslave them. So the Africans, them not have a problem enslaving. So more likely we did not, you know what I mean? We did not escape that slavery too. But of course we are capable people, you know, so we can defend ourselves. So we end up fight and fight and fight. You understand? Anyway, fleeing Roman persecution and slavery, the slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. Hold on. Wait. Oh, Jew and black come in at the same business. So you tell me, say, Jews fled down in Africa and they were black Jews. And you tell me, say, the slave markets did full of them Jews. Wait, what go on? We are the Africans. I thought Africans were brought in, were sold in slavery. Black Jews were sold into slavery. You understand? And not only from Africa, because we did not only flee into Africa. See, many of us fled into Europe. Many of us fled and dispersed into Europe, and years passed, and we built kingdoms in Europe. You understand? King James is one example. King James, the first of the sixth of Scott and the first of Britain. Black man. You know what I mean? Could show you in picture now, but for time's sake. Next class. Another class. See? King James was a black man. You know what I mean? Who was fighting with the Roman Catholic Church. The same Romans who killed his king, which is YAHANNA, who the world called Jesus, persecuting people even down to Africa. And were persecuting us even in Europe. You understand? Many of us were not shipped only from Africa. Many of us were shipped from Europe. A vast number of us, millions of us were not shipped from Africa, but was shipped from Europe. Many of us were intelligent, royal, civilized people. When I say we brothers from Africa weren't civilized, because you know Timbuktu and them places there in Africa, many kingdoms in Africa, we civilized. We brought knowledge. And them said the first library was this a lie. You know what I mean? Our college was in Africa, a lie. The Bible tell you about the first college was in Jerusalem. But we brought colleges to Africa. You understand? So I'm not saying the brothers who came from Africa who are our brothers, you know. Not the Africans, you know, but our brothers, you know. But we are telling you that, listen, brethren, enough of us was royalty in Britain. You understand? Them just never tell you where them get you from. When them beat out your ancestry out or you kill your grandparents and all them things, who ever tell you? Who fi tell you? Who them a go want you know? Them a go tell you? When somebody a plot against you, see, for destroy you and your people, them a go tell you. Them a go give you secrets where can help your people. Just think about it. Just beat. So the world knows that we are African. See? The world know. You should be suspicious of that, because the oppressor never want to tell you nothing that is factual. If the oppressor tell you that you're African, because remember, you know, nobody over here in Jamaica never get up and say, we are Africans, you know. For the most part, we don't know nothing. We are who? We don't know. At school, we're going to hear so we are African and Muta Baruch and them run up and down with it like say them have this great and secret knowledge. When at the white man school tell him say I'm African. For the most part, if at certain point in slavery, nobody know nothing. Nobody know them born in a slavery. Born in a slavery. You understand? Born in a slavery, rude boy. No know nothing. We don't know where we come from. We don't know nothing. We don't know what the future hold. All we know, somehow we did worship the oppressor like him a God. Because at that we born come see and we see this tyrant destroy our family. We born come see this, you know. I brutalize our mother and our father and them things there. So we just fear him like God. We don't question nothing. Anything him say that. The same oppressor tell you say you're African and you run with it going like you have the secret knowledge. As if that was not the will of the oppressor. If you believe say you're African and believing that you are African is strange. It's very strange, because the word Africa comes from a white Italian general, Leo Scipius Africanus. So are you saying you are the all right, for example, the descendants of Ham are called the Hamites. See, they take on the name of their forefather. If you call yourself Africans, you're saying your forefather is that Italian general named Leo Scipius Africanus. So you see how it's stupid for you to call yourself African? You are saying that my forefather is this Italian general. That is my descendant. That is the reason for name, you know. All right, for example, in Hebrew, we here in Jamaica, our forefather name is Benjamin or Banyamin. We are the Benjamites. We are from the tribe of Benjamin. If you say you're African, that means you come from the tribe of that Italian general, Leo Scipius Africanus. And if you call yourself an African American, you are a descendant of Leo Scipius Africanus and Amerigus Vespucci, or whatever his name is. Two white men. So it's all foolishness, and that we are trying to show you. Why you think the oppressor Billy a movie name Wakanda Forever? Billy a movie where you can run up and down with spears and, you know what I mean, give a little technology and think. I say, yeah man, that me want you to be. But show me the movie where the oppressor create with you being the true Israelites. There's none. As a matter of fact, there's a book being sold on Amazon, you know what I mean, talking about black people being Israelites, and Kyrie Irving, he did not promote the book, he just shared the book and them sanction him. And them come down upon him hard. Kanye West say, yo, black people are real Jews, and him left from $10 billion to a couple $1 million in over a week. It seems like somebody don't want you to be Jews, but there's somebody that's okay with you being African. So go on and be African, that is safe. Being an African is safe. The oppressor loves you when you're African. It seems. He will build a movie and everything. He will create this big blockbuster movie and promote it and make $1 million for you. Millions of dollars for you. But if no one you say nothing about you're Israelite though. You know why? Because you are an Israelite. That is the truth. You understand? And the Bible is not a fairy tale. We're going to jump into some scripture now. We're going to jump to the book of Joel chapter 3 and verse 6. Remember, tap up the screen. See? We're going to our history book. You see? The thing about it, you know, people don't like to hear the Bible because them think, you know what I mean, the Bible is fairy tale, when the Bible is the only history book right now that stand the test of time. You understand? Only history book that, you know what I mean, explains what going on with black people today, what took place in the past, why we ended up in this situation, and what is our future. Why? It not talk about the oppressor's future. The oppressor can't relate to this. It talks about your future, and it make you know that you will soon rule this earth. I mean, being African is just, you know what I mean, as much how Africans will rule the earth depends on how much Chinese aid and Russian aid and US aid come from, you know what I mean, come to Africa. But according to the Bible, the Israelites will rule this world. You know what I mean? Inevitably. You understand? So, I mean, be an African if you want, or call yourself an African if you want. It don't change the fact that you are not. And it don't change the fact that the Africans have not claimed you. I mean, you can imagine you claim a girl and I tell everybody, say, yo, this girl, yeah, my girl, you know, I love her and all them things then. And this girl, I'll know she not show you no attention and she not show no interest in you. We have a term for that in Jamaica, waste man. It seems like we are some waste people over here, so a big up Africa. Remember, say African, I don't know when nobody no business about Africa, you know, but guess what we gotta do? Sing about Africa in a reggae music. Big up Africa, worship this African king named Selassie, call him God, and now Everybody love and know about Africa. Meanwhile, Africa is getting rich now and you are get poorer and poorer. And Africans are get bright and I tell you, so, oh, the same reggae there, you know, thief it. Our reggae. And then you jump up in an uproar. Oh, what am I talking about? Reggae come from Jamaica. Reggae come from Jamaica. Ray. But I mean, the Africans can take it because you gave it to them. You say, Mama Africa, Ethiopia, Selassie, Sashamaniland, all Angola on the big up. You make them people who's nobody feel like them are somebody. So now when them feel like them are somebody and them really see say, yo, them are go somewhere in life. Them say, oh, that's something there with them big way up over there, so I'm put up on the map with something, you know, jump them teeth. Jump them, and I lie that in a bridging. Reggae music no use not one African drum, you know. If you hear a African drum in a reggae music is on purpose. It's because these Rastas love Africa and them want to make it Africanized. But reggae, original reggae, not have nothing African in it. 99.9% of reggae and dancehall don't have nothing resembling Africa. But let me tell you what have something resembling reggae and dancehall. Afrobeat and Calypso. Afrobeat steal from Calypso, reggae and dancehall, and reggaeton. But nobody know want to talk about that. Nobody know want to talk about how long these Africans took to create this genre of music. Why take them so long? It is because they were studying our genre of music that we created, that they have been practicing for decades, and they have mastered it to the point now where them can reproduce it. That's all it is. But because of the Rastafari community love Africa, you never say you're better than the African them. There is no competition between us and Africans. None. No comparison. None. We don't have nothing in common except black skin. That's all we have in common. In my opinion, the African, they're ugly. Yo, me can't stand African, you know. Me can't stand looking at African. You see my Benjamin brothers and sisters here in Jamaica are beautiful people. But when you see an African, you just know, Jesus Christ. You just know an African when you see them. Before them open their mouth and talk, you know an African. I can't stand an African. And me personally don't think Africans look like us. You have to look good for no say, yo, look, it don't really look like us, you know. They don't really look like we. But your eyes blind because of religion. Christianity and Rastafariism blind your eyes. You understand? All right, we're going to jump to some scripture. You understand? And it sounds strange to many people, you know. You know why it sounds strange? For the same reason why when we bring out in the Bible that Jesus was a black man and show you the scripture, and it sounds strange. You never know it in the Bible. So, oh, you have the Bible so long, I never know say that in it. Yeah, man, it's just because you were being spoon-fed the Bible. You understand? All right, we're going to jump to the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 6. And this is what it said. The children also of Judah. Who are the children of Judah? Judah is the leading tribe of the nation of Israel. See, these are the tribes of Israel. Reuben, Naphtali, Simeon. See, Judah, Levi, Benjamin, Asher, Ephraim. You understand? Issachar, 12 tribes of Israel. 12. Now, Judah was the one who the king come from. So they are the royal tribe. See? They are the tribe that King Solomon come from. That is the tribe that, you know what I mean, David come from. That is the tribe that Yahawashi, who the world called Jesus, come from. See? Now you notice how them say, Selassie is the lion of the tribe of Judah. Oh, how is that even possible? These are two different nations. It's like you have two schools, right? You have school A and school B. No, school A have a system where it say the classes are numbers. Class 1, class 2, class 3. See? And school B are by letters. Class A, class B, class C. Right? Stay with me now. If school A get up and say, this student is from class B, when they don't have a B class, you would say this student is, or this school is crazy. There's no such thing as a B class in that school. It's the same thing where Ethiopians are doing. There's no such thing as a tribe of Judah in Ethiopia. Two different people. You have a tribe of Tigray in Ethiopia. You understand? That is a tribe. But there's no Judah in Ethiopia. Two different people. You're taking on the last name of somebody else's family. So now when the Rastafari community say Selassie is from the tribe of Judah, where and how? How is he the lion of the tribe of Judah when there's no Judah in Ethiopia? All right, here what I'm going to say now. Well, Solomon, who is Israelite, who is from the tribe of Judah, had sex with an Ethiopian queen, and he comes from that lineage. All right. So you see that family who claims that this happened in Ethiopia, Selassie only claim it through his grandmother. It's not even through his father lineage. That's one. Two, that story was fabricated in the 1300s. You understand? By this fabricated material called the Kebranagast that we break down in a previous class and show you everything that is wrong with the Kebranagast. See? We show you where the Kebranagast tell lie on the Bible. I mean, the Kebranagast claims to have the story of Solomon and references the Bible and was wrong. You understand? We show you that the Ethiopians who were writing the Kebranagast, telling this lie, they did not know the Bible very well. You understand? So this was where it's in the 1300s that they wrote this thing called the Kebranagast. But we have a problem. Solomon existed 2,000 years before the 1300s. So how is it not you are now just creating this material and now you are saying these new people who never existed in Ethiopia before come from the lineage of Solomon. So from the 1300 is when this king lineage started and it was recorded in Ethiopia. So where were they before the 1300s? They never existed. Nobody knew about them. And we brought down why them do it. It was a political move. One bag of thing, we're not getting into that right now. But people here in Jamaica don't know that. They don't even know that you have such a thing named that, and the Ethiopians are telling lie. Them don't know them, just run with them here and it sounds good. You understand? But we don't work with what sounds good. We work with the facts. You understand? We work with the facts, and the facts of the matter is you are not an African. Now, Judah, let me read. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem. Who are the children of Jerusalem? We here in Jamaica, the Benjamites, and some of the Levites. See, the temple was in Jerusalem, so the Levites would be the children of Jerusalem as well. These are the Haitians today, 80. You understand? We here in Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, we are the Benjamites. We lived in Jerusalem. You understand? So Judah and Jerusalem, we were close to the temple of the Most High. That we live in proximity with it. This is how close we were with the Most High. That is why you see our general say, I think, you know, him say Jamaica is such a good place because our rap music, which is a reggae attack, you know, is about praising the Most High. That is unheard of. It's unheard of. Our popular music is bigging up the Most High. That is because we were in close proximity with the Most High. We love the Most High. We're passionate about God. But we have a zeal of the Most High, but not with knowledge, because we give this zeal to Selassie. We give all of this praise to Selassie and Africa, not knowing the true heritage because slavery. Slavery, we put the whole of that out away. Let me continue. So the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. Who it attack? It attack the Africans them. Who are the Grecians? The oppressor, the devil the Bible speak of. Blue eye, blonde ear, brunette. See? Freckled skin, devils. They are the Grecians. So who sold them to the Grecians? Hold on, we'll back up now. So if the Grecians are the ones that bought the slaves, who sold the slaves who are the Judah, who is Judah and Benjamin? Because this I tell you, Judah and Benjamin, Israelites, were sold to blue-eye, freckle-face, blonde-ear people who are the Grecians. We all know, everybody and their mother knows that the Greeks are blue-eyed, freckle-faced, blonde-ear people. They are the ones that, you know what I mean, was involved in the transaction. And don't get silly. Because you say no, it was the British and the Spanish. The British and the Spanish are the descendants of the Greeks. The Romans are the descendants of the Greeks. And the British and the Spanish are the descendants of the Romans. Talking about the oppressor class. Talking about the freckle face and the blonde ear people them. We're not talking about our foreparents who used to live in Britain. We are talking about the one them who invade and kick us out and enslave us. These are the descendants of the Grecians. Same way like you are the descendants of the people in Jerusalem and Judah. Of course, we are in Jamaica, we are not Judah, we are Benjamite. You know what I mean? And the Asians who are from Jerusalem as well. 80. They are Levites. So, but there's a missing part of the puzzle still. Who sold the Israelites to the freckle-faced and the blonde-ear Grecians? Who did that? Who did it? Well, them like to left out this part. But they like to say Africans sold Africans into slavery. Why them say that? Because it is recorded that dark-skinned people sold dark-skinned people to the freckle-faced, blonde-ear, blue-eye people. But there's a problem. There was two different tribes of, you know what I mean, dark-skinned people involved in the transatlantic slave trade. One was Amite and one was Shemite. Mean one was the descendant of Shem and one was the descendant of Ham. You understand? They were not the same people. That's why the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary, we just read again, and we're going to jump back to it again. See? So put this in proper context. We'll go back to the word Ham. See? I'll put it in context because a long time commanding general, YAHANNA, tell we. Say, yo, look, you are not Africans. Stop calling yourself Africans. Who told you that you were Africans? Who you going to say tell you say you're Africans? The oppressor tell you say you're African. See? So this says, listen again, you know, I'm going to read this again and then I'm going to move on. See? Ham, the younger son of Noah, born probably 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood, he became the progenitor or the father, saying, of the dark races, not the Negroes. Meaning, he's the father of the dark races, but not the Negroes. Who are the Negroes? The ones that was sold into slavery. But who is he the father of? Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. That is your Africans. You are not no Canaanite. You are not no Egyptians, but Kemet this and Kemet that. Kemet, all right, we don't know about the word Kemet, you know, it comes from the Hebrew word Kam, which is Ham. So it's Kamite. And English, them say Kemet. Kam, because Kam means hot, mean they are so dark that they must be hot. which them like for brag say, oh, Ethiopian is the place of the burnt face people, right? Well, the Hebrew word for ham is kam, which means hot or burnt. You understand? And the term kemet comes from Kamite or Hamite. You understand? These are your Africans. We are not them. Stop being gullible. Stop being naive. You know what naive mean? Nigh unto Eve or near unto Eve, because Eve was deceived by the oppressor. It wasn't a literal serpent, not a story that. See? Don't be so gullible. Stop being gullible. Look at the Africans them again and look at your people again. Take another look. The Caribbean, South American, and the native people, they are the northern kingdom of Israel. See? The Arawak Indian, the Taino, the American, you know what I mean? The Aztecs, the Yucatan, the Caribs. Those are the other 10 tribes of Israel. The I.S.U.P.K brought that out from 1969. The I.S.U.P.K created the 12 tribe chart based on, you know what I mean, accurate research from 1969. Zane? And the I.S.U.P.K is still here today. Did not go nowhere. If you ever heard that Jesus was black growing up, just know that it came from the I.S.U.P.K. It came from commanding General YAHANNA and the men before him. If you ever heard that, you know what I mean? Jesus was a black man and he has ear of wool. Because the Rasta man them love say, yeah man, this are the wool. That came from the I.S.U.P.K and that not talk about that mess on top of the Rastafari and them head. I know that it a talk about. See? But this is exclusive to our people. Where you have to understand, and I'm going to know why loving everybody means you can't love each other. Because in the Rastafari community, in the Christian church, everybody is welcome. I hear a Rastafarian brother, artists, for the most part, the teachers in the Rastafari community and the leaders in the Rastafari communities are DJs and artists, singers. See? Because for some reason them see the singers and the players of instrument in the Bible and they thought that, oh, these must be come on, you're just an entertainer. There was still prophets even though you had, you know what I mean, singers and players of instruments. The players of instruments are just players of instrument to, you know what I mean, to do worship to the Most High. That's all it was. It wasn't prophesying through music. You don't prophesy through music. You're not a prophet. Of course, there may have been a singer and a player of instrument that was a prophet, like David. But singers and players of instrument is just a profession. It does not mean prophet. But for some reason, the rest of them make them players of instrument, the prophets. And this individual, don't remember his name right now, Zane, claims that, well, you have white people who take far-right business serious than enough black people here in Jamaica. Yeah, man, them serious about them Rastafariism, man. So basically, I say white people can be Rasta. We no work so. You see that now, that are going to make we can't go nowhere as a people, you know. And that is the spirit of Rastafariism. If you notice, you know, Rastafariism love white woman and love mix up with white people. You can't come out of slavery them way. That is a no-no. You understand? By that alone, you know, say Rastafariism is counterproductive to black, you know what I mean, progression. Because them hug up white people and let in white people. Here in the I.S.U.P.K, you have to be black, Hispanic, or native Indian, the children of Israel. That's it. Doors closed to everybody else. You understand? I mean, nobody else never served slavery with we. Everybody benefit off of our slavery except us. So why we should let them in? Well, that is the problem. Because we let them in and love the other nations, we hate each other. And that is why we teach brotherhood class, because listen, this is not about hating anybody, you know. This is about you stop giving your love to people when your people need the love. You understand? If you have a household and you have a family to take care of, then and you have limited time, limited budget, limited resource, then how the hell you go find time to take care of a next man's house? That is Rastafariism. You understand? So meanwhile you take care of another man's house, your house in a shambles. And that is always the case. You love these other nations so much that no love is given to your people. And your people are destroyed and without leaders. And you hug up and lovey-dovey with other nations, sleeping with white women, which is infamous in the Rastafari community. There's nobody on the face of this earth that love white woman more than Rasta. Nobody love them snow bunny more than Rastafarians. Then that's counterproductive, because warm to the black woman and child. Where she coming in at this? Where them coming at this? Rastafariism is just a deception. I that way I tell you. They might talk for the most part, not entirely, but just talk, but them certainly don't walk the walk. Here in the I.S.U.P.K and the General YAHANNA, we won't be caught dead with a heathen. I pray you understand. Let me continue reading though. Verse 7. See, let me read back 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. Who sold us, Judah and Benjamin, to the Grecians? The Africans. See, let me continue reading. That he might remove them far from their borders, and that is why we are far from Jerusalem now. We the over here so calling ourselves Jamaicans. I mean, this need for become common knowledge here in Jamaica, you know. This is what we are teaching the I.S.U.P.K. Need to become common knowledge. When a man come to you and say, yo, so what kind of history you follow? You need to tell him bold, Israelite. Because there's no refuting that. When a man say we are African, you need to stop him sharply and say, brother, no come with the African something there. Where that I go? Where that I come from? You understand? The Bible, hey, may I tell you, you know, you see the Bible here? At the Most High, when we tell you that the Bible is inspired by the Most High, these are the reasons why we tell you. Because you see how we can clearly show you, say, this attack about we in the Bible and connect the nail upon the head. There's no other record that can connect the nail upon the head. No African record where you can go into and read up the Butumbu tribe and the Mukunku and the people with them with the clicking of them name. There's no records where you can go to in Africa and say, see there, this I reach you now. Only the Bible. Which means you need to take off that fairy tale concept that you have of the Bible and that Christianity that you think the Bible Zane portray. You need to take that off of the Bible and look upon it for what it really is. Open it up again and see if this book now talk about something completely different. Let me continue reading. Verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them. So here in Jamaica, where them sell we, the Most High will raise we out of this place. Who am I going to raise? Judah and Jerusalem. These are Israelites. Judah is a tribe. Jerusalem is the place where Benjamin and Levi lived. You understand? Benjamin and Levi, Salakia. These are 3 tribes of Israel. So the Most High make you know. 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither or where ye have sold them. So them sell us in Jamaica, them sell us in Haiti, them sell us in North America. The Most High will raise we up out of them land. Which African madness can tell you about this? Which African madness and Christian doctrine give you this reassurance? None. Why? Because those are all, either they are not our records, and in you know what I mean, in regard to Christianity, that is not sound doctrine, that is not the Bible. You understand? Let me continue reading. And will return your recompense upon your own head. So the Most I say, He might go raise we up and He might go repair these other nations, recompense them and rukumpeng. You understand? He might go recompense them. You understand? For what them do. And He might go recompense it upon them own head, which means, like we brought out in other scriptures, these Ethiopians are going into slavery. And you are going to wonder why. Why God deal so badly with the Ethiopians? The reason why you are feeling sad for the Ethiopians is because you don't know history. The reason why you are going to be sad for the Africans them is because you think you are Africans when they are culprits and culpable in your slavery. You understand? This need to become common knowledge here in Jamaica. Then, let me continue reading. And will return your recompense upon your own head, meaning the oppressor is going into slavery. You understand? The oppressor is going into slavery. This same blue eye, blonde ear, freckle face oppressor is going into slavery. You wouldn't imagine that, right? You can't imagine that. Don't worry yourself, man. It's going to happen. You understand? It's inevitable, just like our slavery was inevitable because we broke the Most High law. The Most High said it would happen, and it happened. The Most High said the oppressor going to slavery, which is another scripture though. We have a read in another class, which we have read in other classes. Not this one. We will show you in a different, well, we have some scripture we will go through. We might touch upon that as well. See? He's going into slavery. And you will be the slave master. Now the question is, are you a Christian who thinks that God loves everybody? Well, guess what? If you are one of those people are a Rastafarian who thinks that, you know what I mean, an oppressor can be one of us, well, guess what? You will perish with the oppressor. And your foreparents will rejoice because you should want vengeance for your foreparents. Every time you talk about slavery, you talk about the atrocities that your foreparents went through, but yet still you don't want justice for them. You're selfish. You're selfish. It's because you never get whipping at your back. You're going to make your foreparents pain and tragedy just go to waste. You're selfish. And you deserve to perish with the oppressor. You understand? Not because it did not happen to me doesn't mean that justice should not, you know what I mean, be granted. So what are you going to be? Are you going to be one of those Christians who say God love everybody and hug up everybody? Or when it come time to get vengeance upon the oppressor, you're going to take it with both hands? What you going to do? You're going to say, come on, man, slavery gone long time, man. You're going to be one of those traitors who don't care about the past because it did not happen to you, because you're selfish and you're licky. Or you're going to be somebody who is, you know what I mean, considerate and considers the pain of others and seek justice for your own people. Well, tell you what, your foreparents would rejoice if them hear that justice was granted for the things that happened to them. Your great to the 10th generation grandmother would rejoice when she see that oppressor children, see, who rape and rip that child out her belly while she was pregnant, rape her and rip the child out her belly and feed that child to alligator. When she see the children of the oppressor getting ripped out of them belly, you think she ever feel sorry for them? You think she would have feel sorry for them? You think she have say, no man, no do that, man. No do that. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Like Christians say, she go rejoice, she go feel good, she go happy. Of course, may I speak metaphorically because guess what? We are indeed the people who served in slavery. We just reincarnated. You understand? So don't be selfish thinking that it has nothing to do with you. It was you whose head was bashed in during the time of slavery. You, same one. It was you who instead of, you know what I mean? And some only, you know, let me say some of us to not make it seems like, you know what I mean, we have not all sinned as a people. See? It's some of us who ratted out the others who were trying to escape. Same one them there today. And guess what? It's the same one them you see today I talk about. Slavery gone a long time, man. Stop blame the white man for the problems. Stop blame, brother. That's wrong with black people, you know. Black people, yo, you can't trust black people. Look, black people always blame the oppressor, blame somebody for them problems. And them same one there. You see that spirit there? And the same spirit where run go tell the slave master say, we are plan a rebellion. That is the same person reincarnated. With the same filthy, disgusting, betrayal attitude. Traitor. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 8. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the land of the children of Judah. I want to listen, you know, because I think we did far from the scripture, you know. I want to listen. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah. That is the point of the Bible. Throw Christianity through the door. So since them sell the children of Judah and Benjamin into slavery, them are going to slavery too. You understand? And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it. This Bible is not what you think. This Bible is not church, hallelujah, clapping and praising the Lord. There's no such thing in this. You underestimated the Bible because of that homosexual who was holding it in the church. That Christian pastor who molests children. You understand? Because he was so weak and effeminate. You thought the Bible was weak and effeminate. The Bible is a hardcore book. There's nothing more hardcore than the Bible. Nothing. Just open it up and read it. Just read it. Some are we afraid to read it. You know why? Because deep down inside we know it hardcore. You understand? We know say what the pastor is teaching is lies, and we rather the lie. So we don't open it up. You understand? And that is a problem. All right, we're going to jump to, let me see if we have another verse here can read, another powerful verse. See? Remember, tap up the screen, share on all social media platforms. You know the thing already. We don't play TikTok games over here, so you know. We are not TikTokers. We now say, shoot them, my squad, my side, shoot them. We not depend on that. And that we do over here, so. See? We utilize the platform because a lot of you are on the platform. We are not jokers. We are not comedians over here, so. We are not entertainers. See? We are trying waking up out of sleep in a crucial time. A crucial time right now is upon the earth right now, where nobody is preparing you for, definitely not the Christian church. You understand? Very crucial. World War III. You're in the middle of World War III and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. You're not seeing nothing go on yet. It just kick off. Hold on. Just wait a little bit. See? All right. So we're going to jump to some more scriptures. See? Remember again, tap up the screen, share on all social media platforms. You understand? You know the thing already. All right, so Calvin Maxwell said the children of Ham, they are not Hebrew. That's right. So when the Ethiopians and you have some people about the Bantu, you have this crazy person upon, you know what I mean, TikTok named Messiah Israelite who learns from an African. This African is telling him that Israel was in Africa. And this idiot, him is an Israelite, you know, and him going to make a heathen tell him what an Israelite is. You understand? That is how stupid we are as a people. Him going to make a heathen tell him who an Israelite is. This brother, this heathen come from the same people them who selling people them in a slavery. And him going to make him tell him about him own people. And because him claim them have proof and rare. Brethren, I don't know them a thief for history. I don't know them a steal from us. That is being, again, naive. You understand? Gullible. See? So we are not from no Bantu tribe or no Igbo tribe or no this or no that. These are the people who sold us. The Ashanti, them, they are the ones that sold us. You notice everybody we come from the Ashanti tribe. You know why them love Ashanti because you have a singer named Ashanti. Let me just tell you straight. Them like that name because everybody did in love with Ashanti when she just bust as an artist. So we love that name and say, oh, we come from the Ashanti tribe. Thinking that the Ashanti is as pretty as Ashanti. Ashanti are some hideous people, by the way. See? Anyway, the Ashantis are the ones sold us into slavery. All these Africans are the ones that sold us. Stop trying to be them. They are not trying to be you. They are listening over there, these people trying to say that they are us when, but in time past, they must say, no, we kick them out of the land, or them over there, so, oh, them don't know what go on. All right. Yeah, man. Yes, we are all black. Black power. Black power. I mean, while them get rich over there and them not even did want 80 to be a part of the African Union. I thought we were all Africans. Them like your music though. Them like your music. Them just don't like you. Let me continue reading. I'm going to go to some more scriptures. See? I'll jump to the book of Revelations. Revelations chapter 2 and verse 9. Remember again, tap up the screen, share upon our social media platforms. All right, this is the book of Revelations, chapter 2 and verse 9. It says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. The most I talk to the real Jews. See? Him know the works that we do, the hard work that we do, the tribulations that we face, and our poverty. But don't worry, you are rich. Why you are rich? Because guess what? When this is all done, you will be the ones ruling this earth. You don't get no richer than that. Controlling all the earth's resource, ruling over every nation as they ruled over you. See? See? You are rich. Let me continue reading. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews. Well on, so you have a people who say they are Jews. There's a blasphemy to the Most High because somebody is calling themselves Jews and are not. So this is blasphemy to the Most High that you have a people upon the face of the earth calling themselves Jews, but